Where did the tune deed? There's the tune deed. Mukunwe kwan malamit kuman gwin dial. Gwege there's gwe dial no gwege lang kang kong jarot. Tere guru beno. There's the tune deed. Tune deed mukunwe kwan malamit kuman gwin dial. Gwege there's gwe dial no gwe lang kang kong jarot. Tere guru beno. Udama milu wakang kebilu wayang jauh dit, ya kau lebih. Udama ya milu wakang kebilu wayang, jin jauh dit, kau lebih. Macam ada kekuano, lelah dah kena raja macam jin. Jin balwe media jin misaje da ko ne elelo kera la jin jin balwe media maga jegi jin kuinen go la jiro lo bam ka ga jegi jin kuinen go la jiro lo bam ka ujar ba dang la wa le chegat Wala wa chừng phôi đoan chừng cho ngôi lệ đàn mà tôi quơ cái đoan bà rung cái đoan cho nó đoan nhìn cái đoan nó muốn đoan ta còn cái rạch mì ban này liên rạch mà gò lắm đấy người đây là này ít liên cái gì quên so rạch cái quy nè thì đít đây tin dit la won tin dit kan man tin dit ko kan ne jende kan ne to ka tilla chal ka etek me wo living library and the urgency of the recording memory jene ramdi ke ne dit ka kan ne ko la dolu ko la ngi ke kan Ota ka tiji kan ngi jeng no wal te ngai ken ke te ka rek ti kan ngi jal te ka rek ti kan ngi pes ngai ken lo ne ken ta ta be ben la ngo be la no li ka gwa bu kan ku ben go ba ko la ga de ken bu ga de to bi ko ton ko de cha la no wal bu kan ko la ngai ko la ri che ka ri chi ni te cha phal mi ji gwan don dun kon te ka lạc nó hoàn có tên chỉ là bên chỗ còn lò có ngay đi đi ngay cái gì đấy đáp cái gì thìn tôi vào đây đáp cái gì thìn thế đi đi tôi tới đàn này tôi thì ngay đi đi mẹ tôi thì ngay cái này tôi đi ăn cho ba ka ko la dit jen ko la wona ne en ramdi jen chera ka library ko tinte ke je ke tungwan ba ko la be dolu ko le ja ko ne bi ke we din bi kana ko la ngai ko bi chen ken bi kana ngai ko bi tan te ke we do ren ke ne ken bi kan ka ngai nó mo ga ke cái con này thì gồm đỏ rồi sao còn cố cần phanh kiện nhìn kiện con ngay cha cả can cả gòn có thể là cái bọc này and then men kula gwa ko jin mu gor je bu ngaw to bu long ko tet ko mong ko to ni chang la ka mong ya be te tet ko pan ka chi be ha kan dia ko wodu ko pet ko wodu di big reach what is going to be happen so jin min ba la do jin bi ko record bi ti ko me di ko record ke down ye ka tab recorder ye ka pon like cái con thì mi te ko mi ji je be to ke vi ra mi di bi gor mi te gor bi ngai bi interview ba ka la di yo mo bi to ro ken ko kor go mi wa Mugu guad with your guad malor. Kalat being at be 10 corner kalat bigger summarize. Be pointed and we get any look bigger can bigger matke or knowledge at a year. Then we got documented in that paper, but you look but they okay no look go up. This is what it work. I just can't take an idea no more and I want you get did. Canadian did it all. Ka call got no way Kenyan to Kenyan ka guru ka ke big bet ka ko chi kan bo la re jom bang lor no ni mi chuo ni mi cheti ki ni mi chut ki guru bi araj be jilat mi dan en kuji guru gin pon me jingwan mi to de jin bi lo do bi mo no mo bi lo la ne ko ken mo chang ki la wodi ki wo ki ne te kon de ki ka la de bi ka lo go ajen ta de jen do re no mo ngai ngwane la ja dur ke no me la de me ke jen la de je ke kuidan ko kon ne ti ben re do ari tam kon u de ti te ke guad me kiro gam me kiro dio kam dan ke gad kon ke kam dan ke man kon ku ku ngak dial cha ka podier cha ngot dial tela nara lu ka cha ka podier kira me chong la jen ka ra do ge ram no wang de ka ko di chang ra yi ki chang bi ka lat jiran cha ka leng kai la cha ka yom mu put ko ti chi ka de cha ka de lat ku ku yom da ran ka ngai ko men no ke je bi dap kan gad bi ka ngi ko men nam din jin ku ji tok len len mi di ngi gad bi ka ngi ka to nga bi ngi ka to dun me chang wi je bi lo ka pur ka ke hilu bi kan ji tit ka kan to te ko de ki lat ke re to te ne bai ti ke ne me lat kel me de ko la du ne ki ko de ko bel ke je ko ne me ke kon ba la da re kuir mi di mi te ka piu tu wan ka te la gwa mi jel ka kon tin la na ni chang te la gwa mi ngi na jen ko te mo ti mi la ran ka leng kan ti la na ra ti ta ti kan nei di de right ke kan nei de te na do ngai ka ngak to special ka ji de ko la man kon la nga kon ko ra je ken la kan te ke so tu wan te la ken ge ta be gwa chum ko ji na chu ko ring la chu je ko mi la ni chang la chu je ko mo lo jini jini chang bo da du cha leng ne lo go mo jin wala bal ke ji a jen mo yin to ke la ngor ki la dun bil te wal te to ke je te la ma rai kroi di ki do ne de kel ko bi ko rai ka cha la ba bo che ko me cha mo ke for gra me ru ni me cha yik te ne de wan te tin ko ne dia rum ke that time so agur de ja agur ke ne ba mo ke tan bin ngak ke ne ngak ke be ben ke chang me ne ke ngak be ben chang me te me ke go ko ji na chi ke chi lo ngot ke mi ko men wala ko ke lieng ya yi na lieng du no che le go bi la ru bi je ta ma ke chi chang gi chu ji ne dia ti ngwan ti ga long ne me la de ko kui ne dit chal ke to le elder ke ne de kon en kit lim tin lem ko kon ke ne di dit ke ne di de to ko la ri ki ma ta kon ne di right ke ne to ling don ko jeng group ta ne jen ko kon có cảm đi cái gì này con đi khiêng bán bên nó có ý tưởng bán là ý tưởng bên bán là trong có gần bên bán là bên theo hòa gần bên bán là trong nó có Addis Ababa con này đã yên quy rồi lui nè then bên nào bên yên nào nó không mày là bên nào ok nhà cho kèm nó đang đang vào hiện bên như này anh yên đó mà là nó về nào then chúng ta nào chú cái đốt dọc chú có cái điểm cho kèm cho vào lập nào guardin mấy cái kem đi mình là pi cho kem cái là cho là point good chwa nyoko mlap ke je amana kam charcoal so kan to me chi gwa le chup chi to ko ne ba te ga settlement because when Europe countries such as Australia, Europe poinde, American kareo, ki kon benten. Ko me ba kon ga gad, ka ta gan ja ban da barol, ka ne di to ka ne de gur ka ngi mi che ngi je me. Mi lot ka ne ki mi no ka ne. Ko te le ji gwan nyal ngwat. Drame mugu la den ba ka lat ti mata my subject to teach the children, to teach the kid, to teach the people. Kamala Chalkemu online civil education. That civic education is very important. Ko online ta na me che cha general ke na mani lu ku ne ngi ke na ke online a pastor me to ga ne kon tu ke to ke jog ke ye ki ben cha le fe de me e ki na wa me nang na ki na ta kel so ko kor god me ki ju ki mo to che go ro cha guru ni cha ga dol ka pastor ki ko go ro je bari de balen chwa no mo chwa kuri de ne te pel ki ji technology te lat ki technology chwa gwa ki na lo mano con chuyện cái phát trong trung ngoan tôi nói có online các kênh cái liên trung ngoan là cái liên cái dân ta đang làm thực hiện nó mà trong mấy cái tệ cái này để làm một liên hoặc là cái subject cái đó khi là đấy khi ngay khi đông khi go right khi đông cái này come lại cho public speaking có nên right cái ngay để right khi camera cho mày different cái raja na la raja cái này thì cái này thì mình đâu chiều yung chiều yung đường chiều yung cái trọt cái chiều yung sẹp so cứ depend cái này mình đang chỉ phụ được cả mấy cái bia lần nào cái chỗ nó mò một thời giờ mình chỉ cho nó mò bia cho cái bia cho cái này mình đi là đó đi vào là đâu đi vào là na đi vào liền cô dân đoàn là cô bé vào là dân that is it ta bắt đầu cái dân mình ăn cũng là cái con elders are living library. This is the title and I write content. Elders are the living library and the urgency of recording memory. The elders in general, especially the Nuer people, particularly the Eastern Jikäny Nuër, are living library. What it mean? It mean in general mean ideal, meluno di ideal we mon, and then ben ka din no ideal, ko weekend dang wan ke ka kan ni ke dang wal baken. Pila no to call into ka tintarare kerep je kam ni. En die den gwa the tete no. Jene library ka yen wan to call into kel ke je. Ko be attend to him be in the thick commandant go yen. Mu kuje but take a dear the den mangaje. This is how the what we call a brain is to be grow up. Being to be young one and able let. Going at the people come machine and look around and it wait. Men being I be on your commit deliver, we on your commit Jack Ken. Benego Ken won't a co-door bunny and check a joy. La Dora Baba Wobadora Bumba, what can't take on take a door dan. La Kanga buying a door and down as you can buy pain. Room la Dora la Lord Yen about but take a lot back of buying guarded cocaine, he doesn't. I didn't take no more. I can't garbo. Gargo, a pulping, book be a gore. Go to be a gor go machina take a roll with it in Catella Gaga, Tijek Ling, Catella to Core, Tinakana, Tibiling. Go to go me broad pal painting, me put a lade. Kachar. Bong no kon en dong gar ken tan pan ko rob niken but cheddar par katele. So when you know elders are the living library and the urgency of recording memory. Very important to understand it. Elders in general, especially the new people, particularly the Eastern Jikäny Nuër are living library. They carry knowledge that can always be found in government record. They have knowledge. Knowledge take care. Get take government record in cha talk it cha garwal. Ke mission papers, commission school. Tengi kena ke medan. Or the books, or the outside library. The memory hold the name of the name of ancestral rivers, cattle, camp, migration, exit, marriage, conflict, peaceful resettlement, famine, then flood, song, prophecy, and the meaning of the place they settle. An elder may carry in a memory what no written document is preserved. For this reason, the record of the elder knowledge is one of the most urgent duty of the present generation. Elders and oral history. So, need indeed can oral history. Oral history mean ke late kon ne jala wal moang te la mo na ke te ci to ko kol gom ju that called oral history. That oral history can go gor pe te la boko ja gor ta kare ngu ko ta kare ngit ni na ta ko wot ni na bu ko lat ye le ni ke so me te ke history mi to ko kol góor je be lat be ko lat ko be ko leng be ko mo ba ko leng ram be record nga ngit te la war ga be record. Okay, let's continue. Before books written record become common, elders preserve a story through speech. They taught by telling story, correcting young people, explaining genealogy, reciting names, describing old events, and interpreting custom. Their authority came from age, experience, carefully, members, and public respect. An elder memory is not only the personal memory, it is a community memory. What an elder remembered may belong to the family, section of cattle camp, a village of the old people. When elders speak, they often speak for more than themselves. This is why the word must be listening to with patience. What elder preserve? Elder preserve many kinds of knowledge. Some remember the migration route, settlement history. Some remember cattle line, dry wells, exchange and compensation cases. Some remember the name of the ship, profit, love for his kin, chief, warriors, teachers, pastors, interpreters, and respectful women. Some remember song and saying that explain the spirit of the event. And that may be also remember old place name, river crossing, village location, cattle camp name, age set story, marriage connection, family genealogy, conflict, and peace agreement, special events, famine, and flood memory, and the coming of mission school and the government. So fidelity bagani baga ketika lat no wal ka korong so bengal cara mi biga na ara mi dit cerke churu ni ka yir te chan no yen te ngu kon te jel te kon ko ni ken ke che ko fen then ka village ni kon dia location ko te cha ga le ke tin wal cattle cam go the yen maitin age side la run to la gar na ke gar ko dol marriage connection mar ko queen family genealogy and then kakna conflict and peace agreement then kore kane lad mala spiritual events ne de kon jikune famine and flood memories red teach ben vedan kane news and the coming of the mission is cool whenever a mission medan kudul gora ka government. Those are the important things that you can hear or you can hear from the elders. Because when you are born recently, you did not know those. Where do you get this knowledge? You get it from the elders. They are very important so that your old village, where your parents were born, the river that you were belong to it, cattle camp that your grandparents were using it to be in the winter. Family geology and then kak darun ke kako. When na ka mar queen. Run te gar ko dole ka ga te kon te ga ka na te la ga ka na wal ka na mal ka lad mala spiritual event. A spiritual event ke go tin ko la baro lan ke tin pa main karet kane nyuj tama te ga la ko na le te ga nyoj du mo very important every time la be ko nyoj me te ga ti cha la tin ko ram de ti ke ne dit ko bi la be ne nyoj du ko mu mi ci to re de te ke ri ci to re de ka tin go te ci to re de ko mu ni so bi ka la mi ci ko ci no mo che ti mi che ji la mi del ku ji ke ci de la ko ci de lo bi la mi te kon te pai ben je se ke wala ne. Each of this memory is part of the larger Eastern Jikäny heritage. The danger of losing elder memory. Nana ken me bay ko tin kon ni jam ji ke ngai ne wal ka ku ko bi ka bak. Elders do not live forever. So ramadi cha tege ke ran cha tege ke pe li tege de ke li ke tege ne wala tege do ra. When an elder dies without being recorded, more ramadi ngai ngọc mu liu ka cha nhìn cái con thì cái kan ko gor pin ke kan ke record ke te. Then what happened library close? Chumuto do library medane ko la jen cha gak There's no way out to get them any longer. The name may be disappeared, song may be forgotten, and then be chewed be real, kadi ba kadi la kade ba parwi pillars of history. What they like history it may be unclear, geology may be break. Because young people may be inherited only fragment of the past. So when they get guarantee, big ngani mendan in Charlie, big ngani history may take a come may you can engage go. You can check that I'm not taking. This danger is essentially serious in the modern time because displacement, war, migration, urban life, and diaspora living have separated children from elders. Did long time Melarek, Rake to reality, so could you take a tack of me? What we call displacement, George Nare Dori, Kor and Tarka, Potting Foot Gina, Nay the Alton Cornish and Ray Ragne, and then Canadian Cornish Barari, we into Gulch, Mechana Benco, North America, have separated Changok Del Tegajon, Chiang, Cheda, Kakon, Canadian, in their Congo, Nike. From the elders, Canadian Canadian. So no more get the gap, get the cog room. Children may grow up far from the village, where family history were one told. Your God can kill them peace win to go. You got dark, you do recant and they can charity nighten. Go you go on the rule token. Then the young person may speak English more than Tognas. So we got in the other big right to Tognora, I mean, the Togling Lini, Katognat. You can Tognat, you can parade, you can. Family may be too busy to sit and listen. Could you gan can Jelka K, take a little let can tell about me, Mingi. If the present generation does not act, many memories will be lost. So, kuku mo, Michigan con chicken bekan. Mugo ko tell into it, tell a into the tin ke ray duri con kit in let con ke. It's already done con a tt but believe go to need to be a car out. More door mamu with yen. But on the door on top. Go to move to big romat go guru America like all black American. Recording is the sacred responsibility. Record elders is not only a technical task. It is a scarcity responsibility. It may be done with respect, patience, and humanity. The person recording should not rush the elder. It should allow the elder to speak in Tognath, explain name carefully, and return to the detail of the memory. So Mugur Jajin be instrument around be jangat be benke you record. Be Ramadan and Guru be no mobile be thick cable group. Be la the mud Nikian Nikalu. Kakujamo be thick a todu Nikimato Lengalini. Go but you Latin corn and go. Some memory may come slowly. Some history may require several beats Than lere baka mas kataken gore jebre bi kejek ochi kroloj. Some elder may need other elders present to help confirm name or event. Then chabi aramakel mame ki ben ke record. Ram gore bi araj bene ko ken man ke daman ba ko gor. Ko ba witen gore ba ga baladi eken ko te ti wi karamam. The goal is not the false memory, but it is preserved in faithful. Record should be honor elder boys. How to record the elders? Be Ramadi and Gori be recorded be a candidate. The community should develop a simple method for recording elders. This can include audio recording, video recording, written note, family interview, community history, meeting and yours listening session. In Conan the Iran record ke mgur je bite ke history biling be record ke tap, be record ke video, and then be note telling it like big garping ketedu. Biji doar mo ke permanent big interview. Community story meeting one and one Latin. Your listening session then came when it was now taken because the important question may be include teacher calling about teach around Mugur Yibrabi Muke interview continue. What is your full name and land age, lineage age? Shall you do the Dorun minute? Where were you born in Jikäny? What village or cattle camp do you remember? Reaching Indian kid, we walk with tea. Who were the elders? And I did Lanady did. And who was the chief? And I'm a which prophet Gug Darun, teacher Ni Darun, or yours, King Wane. What age that history do you remember? Adoramid take a garment eat Canadian tea, making. What song or saying should be preserved? Kadi Indian raid take a cat no one being a kaditi. What village name should the young people know? What marriage system, custom, or family law should not be forgotten? Take a queen, teacher quen, what teacher lungot the armo, one end to Tom and tea the tie la lat. What do you remember about Nasser? Queen Nasser. What do you know about Nordang? What do you know about Nordang Mission School? You'll warm up on Yatimidan, then we can know. The missionary school, Gilwa for the Gideon. And then care government or church life, take it down a year, dual goro, I mean, the dual coping. What advice do you give to the future generation? Kagat and Condon were Benki did Kadi Larmu. Record in Togna's first. Whatever possible, elders should be recording in Togna's first. The original language, care, meaning, tune, emotional, humor, and the spiritual weight that may be weakened in translation. English translation can come later, but the first record should be preserved the elder own voice. we record we am did we were interview be interview talk den ko talk no and that no be record no be at all mu go je ti bi gorten be ko lo translate jini talk ka talk ling. Translation history is useful, but the original speech is fearless. This is especially important for the song prophet, blazing cattle name, place name, legal term. This should be preserved in Tongnas and then explained in English. Comparing memory respectful. Not all elders will remember event in exactly the same way. Kikan ideal content take it to one. One elder may remember a date differently. There am kel there is ninte lat ka toro there is take kaduk to go. One family may preserve one vision of the history, while another family preserve different versions. This should not be treated immediately as the era. Oral history often carry a memory through several branches. The writer should compare accounts, especially where versions different. The manuscript may be same. According to one oral account and the family version, remember, elders differ on the exact year but agree on the event. Lakan deping keninte talk door ke grunte lat no mo. Do no ngai kene me ki talk. Nei dang rau ke dog ye deping ke kel mo. Women elders must be included. But did man bagamat charity, women that must be included in the recording of the story. Mother, grandmothers, widow, auntie, sister, and daughters preserve memory that men may not know in detail. They remember births, marriage, family members, family movement, household suffering, song, food, child rearing, church life, and the emotional side of the event. Kakui kete kong char ke a man jene ke nin char nga yuni riudien kamante tin dit ke man te rani ka dong man ka man tiane ka wai ni ken ka malen ni ken ka nyemane ka nyeken. They preserve memory ta kai ngok ngai ken etet ke may not be knowing detail ka chi be detail ka ji. They remember both the did crown queen family movement jali bakana household suffering cheng chang king ke chojin chu na deed food lokwan child riding room god show life take na dul ko and the emotional side of the event ke take it over a history record only from man will be incomplete. Women elders may preserve memory of birth well, bride wells, arrangement, family, reconciliation, children lost in war or sickness, migration experience, woman song, and the role of the mother in preserving Tognas. Their boy must be honored in the final master manuscript. You're the record. When you should be trained to record elders. This gives young people a role in preserving and connecting them with the older generation. The young person who records elders does more than collect information. He learns respect, language, and identity and responsibility. A young can use modern tools like phone, voice recorder, camera, computer, digital archive. Those tools should serve the elders' memory. Technology become valuable when it helps preserve what the elders care. When we can use the telephone, video, computer, can modular tool and fight to be needing to be can go can begin a record. Creating the community. Eastern Jikäny community should create heritage art. This art can all recording, transcript for photographic, paramilitary, palace name, lesson, song, property, profit, all document, church record, school record, and manuscripts dropped. The archive should be organized carefully so future generation can find and use the material. It should preserve both Ognas and English explanation, should protect the sensitive family information while making public history available for learning. Such ethics should become the permanent hours of memory. Final manuscript is written. The final master manuscript is one form of the archive. It gathered memory into the writing house. It cannot contain everything, but it can preserve the foundation. It can show future generation that the elder spoke, remembered, taught, and warned. The manuscript should therefore continue to include elders' voice, whatever possible. It should not speak only in the voice of the writers. It should allow the people's memory to brace inside the book. Conclusion. Elders are living library of the Eastern Jikäny Nuër story. They preserve name, place, song, genealogy, law, prophecy, memory, and meaning that may not exist everywhere else, but those libraries are fragile because human life is short. The present generation must record elders before it is too late. This book should be done in Tognas with respect, patience, and careful. When elders' memory are preserved, the people history remain alive for children, for youth, and diaspora family, school, church, and future generation. And then, by Ustaz Bolwo Raybol, Chakawa Man, Janidan Bokor Yuaka Wale, Kukwine did Tiba Jodian, Nato Kalonga Yengato, Jodian Biaka ku ta con cái phone con computer ta con cái laptop con cái video everything to you go je brand be interview cher cái question and content cha con lo cái meti đi cái ko ba la ba pe ba la ko ba pe ka bok ba la ka bok ba post ka bok special ko question ko ne cha ti kon kan de kon di use ko di ram ti ne chu du cha le di ka pe dun ke yen chieng ke we dun ngu ka jin di ti ji wone ka re dun re ndien ka we le yen mai ti ne we ngu ka kor we dun nga ka go we dun nga ka ngi we dun la ti chere ke ti chere ngi gad ku na nga and then ben go ne ka jin pondo jiri ngu jiri jindien ko nore ta ka rich garadien jen la nga ka chai ngai kirundi du nga ji ka gare chenge gar ki lo do jiri jindien ka chod go de dane bit me ngwe de tin la yang abia ga jinga to what marriage custom kame ka kwen dan la kwen ki ke wato ko la ngot kun yene to ko ngoni ngumi ti di ko queen house ko ngumi ngeji ko queen order mission school ngumi ngeji ko queen goro mission ngumi ngeji ko queen goro government ngumi ngeji ko lo ko tege na re lo ko medan. What advice do you give to the future generation? Look, but they come though, look, they come God who candidate. This question can help open memory. Today, can call and they use Mugur be. Take a remedy, think, go be a job, the vehicle, and I can be in college at all. Because could you more be you are done before me one more? The important of their title, all the living library. This is the important in Mingur Banangaj today. So you have to be respected by those young people. And then if you have a question, you need to be the don't ignore elder. This will be dangerous thing. So you have to respect them. And then try to get the knowledge so that you will have it by questioning. No. I'm not talking in Guatemala. Jack mal. Naskin the Almale. And would we do by week? Purposable rebel. Jen talk that in a more Teddy.